Hey, what's up YouTube? This video, currently I'm going to be working on the canards that I made for this car a while back. These were actually made for the stock bumper. As you can see right here, I have the C1 lip on, so it really doesn't fit because my old bumper had to go from right here to up here where the side marker is. But like I said, this was made for the stock bumper, not to be made for a lip or with a lip. So my current dilemma right now is I don't know if I want to mount them on directly on the lip at this low point. That's where it would sit. So I don't know if I want to mount them there or on this side. If I want to mount them right above the lip. I think I like this idea a little better. I think for now I'm going to mount them at the top where the passenger side is. Just looks a little bit cleaner. So since I've decided to mount them right here above the lip, I'm gonna go ahead and shave this down so that we can match. As you can see, I previously had brackets here and they were actually fiberglassed into the canard. I took them out. The only downside is if I ever have to like adjust this, or if I ever go back to make another mold out of this or use this as a mold, I'd have to remove the brackets, which I went ahead and did anyway. So the way I'm going to be mounting these is I have some spare fender washer hardware or engine bay dress up hardware, and I just bought some more L brackets. Basically I'm just going to be here, let me see if I can open these. I'm not going to use those screws. So basically just going to be sitting them like this, and then of course I'm going to use my drill and drill bit to drill the holes through, so that way whenever I go to put the bolt in through the top side, it'll come out through the bottom, and then I have the nuts right here that fit. So I would be bolting it like this. There'd be one here and then one here, somewhere around here. So yeah, they'd just be bolted in. Just a little bit easier. Makes it easier to remove and do stuff with, as opposed to molding the L brackets to the actual canard. All right, so I did go ahead and start trimming it and everything. I didn't show that part since it's pretty much just a whole process of cutting, sanding, whatever. So here we go. This is the final, pretty much the final fitment. There's like tiny bits of gap. I might go back and fix it a little bit, but that's pretty much it. It did shorten it a little bit, which is fine. So I want to try to make this as perfect as possible, because in the future I might be making these out of carbon fiber when I do this, go back to this project. So, but for the time being, I'm just going to leave it fiberglass. All right, so tip of the day, if you guys are ever making canards, I finished this side pretty much, cleaned it up a bit. I got it cleaned up a little bit more, but this side's done. So now I just got to do the same thing on this side so they can be matching. So if you guys ever want to do this quicker, one side, if you're already done, match the back parts up as much as possible, which is that lip right there. So now whenever you go to put them flat on the ground this way, put them beside each other like this, and now you can see how much I need to shave off for it to be pretty much identical. So here's another tip for you guys. If you guys want to make holes on the other canard after you finish this one, same trick that I showed you guys before for cutting it down to size. You basically just even up this part of the edge, assuming that you have it pretty much identical. You just even out this edge, the part that's going to be touching the body of the car, and once you've evened it out, go behind yourself with a marker. And I don't know if you can see, but I did already mark the holes, and it's marked to the same fitment as this one is. So no need to do the same process as you did on this one and save you a little bit of time. It works. I've already done this on the first set of Canards. Well, the first time I mounted these. I also did have to drill out these holes a little bit because they were too small to fit the M8 hardware, I believe. The M8 or M6, I don't remember what size it is. Yep, so I did drill these out a little bit. Also, just another tip, whenever you're drilling the holes in the fiberglass and when you're drilling in the hardware, it is a good idea to maybe slightly go bigger in the holes. That way you have room to move and shift the canards in around a little bit so you can get a tight fitment. And then once you've gotten as tight as you can get it to the body, then you go ahead and tighten everything down, and it just makes it a little bit easier, because it's frustrating whenever you go to mount them and it's not mounted properly or flush because it's too tight of a fit. All right, so pretty much done. Sorry if it's a little windy. So I wasn't able to put the hardware there because there was no room. If you were to sit them side by side, one would be overlapping the other, so that kind of sucks. Didn't really think about that, but that's fine. But yeah, it's pretty much done. This is how it looks with the brackets. I'll probably find some better hardware to mount these, because obviously that's kind of ugly and they're meant for the washers. That's pretty much how it's gonna sit. That's how it looks underneath. I know it does go into the lip a little bit, but it should be okay. Can't really see under there anyway, but that's pretty much the finished fit. Of course I do have to make the holes in the bumper to bolt these in, but before I do that, I'm gonna tidy these up, whatever. So, and if you guys have any questions about like the rigidity and stuff and how long it lasts and whatnot, I've ran these Canards before with the brackets like this, just two before on the stock bumper, and I ran it for like months and they never came off, they never got loose, you know, they never bent because of the wind, the downforce. And I know that I don't have the bumper taped off and stuff, and you know, it got scratched and stuff, but it doesn't matter to me. I can always fix that and get it repainted.